For my feature redesign project, I have chosen to redesign the training website for the health and wellness company that I work at as the social media marketing associate. Basically, it is a business-to-business company that manufactures and retails machines that are used in gyms and wellness spas. Because they sell a product to other businesses, my company must also provide training materials for the gyms or wellness salons to teach them how to use the product and, ultimately, market it to potential customers that would go to their gym or salon. Currently, the company uses Dropbox to provide these materials to the gyms and wellness salons that purchase the products. Here's an example of the Dropbox page through which these materials are provided. Obviously, this is not aesthetically pleasing, and it's also difficult for users to know how the materials are actually organized. This unorganization comes from no description of the materials. For example, as you can see, each file is a PDF file with a title, but there are no subtitles explaining what is actually in this PDF file. So it's up to the customer to decide and sort through all of these materials. Finally, this is a separate website from the actual company website. So customers are using two separate platforms to find the materials that they need. On the company website, there's information about products like photos and descriptions of the products and their uses. But then here we have the materials that they actually need to market and describe the products for their own use. My proposal is to consolidate and only have one website that customers could log into and access the materials they need and not have to keep track of two separate locations. Here is my initial design idea. Basically, it incorporates a drop-down menu in the tabs on the current website. It says Training and Cocoon Pod. The Training tab of this drop-down menu is essentially just an overview of what's going to be in the actual training section that's called Cocoon Pod. Here is the other tab of the drop-down menu called Cocoon Pod because that is what the company sells in terms of products. My design proposes to use this website with the login capabilities to provide these materials, sort of like how we use Canvas in our classes to access assignments and course resources. So you see on the top everything you need to know about your Cocoon Pod or whatever the description would say. And then on the bottom, there will be a photo on the left with a description on the right of what's going to be in the downloadable file. The changes I propose improve the current feature, the Dropbox feature that they're using, because instead of providing these materials again through a separate website, it's now going to be incorporated in the company's existing website. Again, this makes users have less platforms to keep track of and also improves the organization of the materials in general. I've started working on the design in the actual company website, so I just want to show you what I have so far. I didn't create that home page, but I did create the training page and the drop-down menus within it. So here we have, if you click on training, it says this content is password protected. To view it, please enter your password below. So customers are required to have a username and login to be able to access the training materials. This keeps competitors from being able to use the training materials for their own purposes. Here's the training part of the drop-down menu, and this is basically just an overview of what's going to be in the section called Cocoon 101. Cocoon 101 was chosen for the title because that is their main product, the Cocoon Pod. Basically, you just see these catchy titles like Cocoon Training, and it'll say find products, files, and whatever you need to know about your Cocoon Pod. Expand your Cocoon Pod knowledge and teach your customers, blah, 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 stuff like that. I'll have little links within each of these subsections linking to the most current protocols and informational brochures, pamphlets, whatever it may be. I also used the colors within the company logo as the color scheme of the design. If you click on Cocoon Pod 101, this is the actual library of training, let's call it. It says Cocoon Pod 101, everything you know to become an expert with your new Cocoon Pod. On the left, just like in my design, there's a photo of what is in the downloadable PDF. And the description for the downloadable PDF is on the right. And then you can click that little link that pops up the PDF in a separate window. There's a bunch of different materials that I've included on here. I didn't create those materials myself. There's a different graphic designer who does that. But I compiled all of the existing content and put it into this one easy, accessible location. Again, the purpose is just for users to be able to access materials easily and conveniently in one location, and they shouldn't need to be sorting through this stuff themselves. They should go to this website and see exactly what they're looking for and be able to find it right away. So that's the purpose of this training website. So this is my design, my feature redesign project, and I chose it because I want this business to ultimately be more successful, and they will do so by providing their clients with the best materials in the most accessible way. Thanks for watching.